this was for me personally just yet really, really inspiring to see. So this one particular pastor was sharing a story about a particular artwork that someone had drawn, and the artwork is called Checkmate. And have you seen it? And in this artwork, basically the artist had painted this picture of the devil and a human, a man, all right, and they're busy playing chess, but the devil seems arrogantly confident, right? So it looks like in the devil's face as if he has won this chess game, hence it's called checkmate, right? But then what happened? And then you got the male man who's like sitting like this, and it just seems like he's obviously lost his soul now in this game of chess. And there's an angel standing at the back, and lo and behold, as they were busy showcasing this particular artwork, there was, in this particular group, there was a world-renowned chess champion.
Awesome.
Or it was a chess champion. So obviously now, if you're a chess champion, you are able to see things that the average eye does not see regarding chess. Why? Because that's your niche, right? Like that's what you are really gifted in, and that's what you've mastered within your life. So this guy who was this world chess champion was looking at this particular painting, and he was fascinated by this painting. Because the painting implies that, you know, the devil is winning the race regarding man's soul, because he's got man in checkmate. No problem. But as would you need some water?
It's fine now.
Good, 100%. Cool. So as this chess player was busy viewing this painting, he saw something that other people didn't see. And he literally saw that the painting, the name for the painting is wrong. Because that man is not in checkmate. In fact, if you look at how the artist had drawn the chess pieces on the chessboard, the chess player saw that the man had one more move to make. And guess who's going to make the move? It was going to be the king on the chessboard. And should the male man then move the king on the chessboard, all right, the king had one more move in order to put actually the devil in checkmate. So people had understood the entire painting wrong. So the man was actually in the winning position. Though he looked downtrodden and the enemy thought that he had won over man's soul, he had one more move with his king, which, by the way, should he have moved that king in the right position, he would have checkmated the devil. And what makes it so fascinating is that how often, and I mean, even we were talking, it started off like there's this drought and then maybe the food and so forth. So sometimes it looks like the enemy's busy winning, but it's not the truth, my friend. Why? Because King Jesus has got one more move up his sleeve. And it's not man's going to the ditches over there. No, God has got one more move for every single one of us seated over here. I mean, it looked completely hopeless with these 5,000 people that needed to be fed, yet there was one more move up Jesus' sleeve to feed them with 5 loaves and 2 fish. Like, think of your own life as well. How many times your back was kind of up against the wall, but yet God had one more move that you didn't even see coming. You thought, okay, yeah, I guess that's probably how it goes, and that's maybe how life is, I guess. And then God comes and boom, He invigorates you again with hope or passion or zeal or whatever it is, whatever you need for that exact moment, so that you can continue at the end of the day. And I mean, if we've got a list on this PowerPoint. I won't show you now, but I'll quickly go through some of them. Like some of the problems that we are facing in South Africa. I mean, a huge suicidal problem. Over 230 suicide attempts on a daily basis. And those are just recorded ones. 1/3 of those have come from young people, right? So there's a huge problem. I mean, load shedding is a problem. Corruption is an issue. Unorganized crime is an issue. The mental health state that the country is in. The disintegration of the family unit, where loads of young people are growing up in houses where there's no dad. So like there's huge problems. And it kind of looks like South Africa's going down the drain, like junk status, grey status. But my friends, God has got a plan for this country. He's got a huge plan for this country, and every single one of us have a role to play in empowering South Africa to become the nation that she's actually been called to be moving forward. And Wifey and I were talking about it the other day. I think one thing that lacks big time in South Africa, if we're going to play a comparison game, because we were looking at this cool documentary on soccer, and I was telling her, like, the soccer overseas is so much different compared to here. Like, there's a genuine like loyalty when it comes to like soccer that side. Like it's the and we see bits of this in rugby, right? In South Africa, not too much in soccer, but in rugby we see this quite a bit, where there is a bit more of a sense of loyalty, where, like, the team of the city, that is the city's team. So if you come from, for example, from Liverpool, you're going to either support Liverpool or you're going to support Everton. Jy durf nie vir like Manchester support nie, because why? You don't come from Manchester, you come from Liverpool. There's a real sense of patriotism regarding that. And I think one thing that we lack big time in South Africa is a deep sense of patriotism, meaning like a lot of folks like don't really love this country. Now, if you don't love and value and treasure something, you won't do anything to make a difference within that particular country. Why? Because you think it's a piece of trash. Because you think you can have a better life living somewhere else, Australia or New Zealand or in England somewhere. Meanwhile, God is the one that put us within the borders of this nation, right? There's nothing wrong if you want to move overseas, if God told you, go to Malawi or whatever. But if God has you here within this country for this season of your life, yet we have an awesome opportunity to do everything that we possibly can to start off with our families and empower our families and from their communities, city, country, at large, continent, moving forward, because we are the hands and feet of Jesus Christ in this nation, within this country. When Jesus left the earth, he left it in the hands, not of the UN, all right, not in the hands of any other thing, but his church, which is what? It is his people.